Just got done for the day. Well, I think for the day. I might pick up some piles in the evening once it cools down. But see how dirty I am. Look at my hands, my arms. It's happening just sitting on the ground, raking and picking up roots and snipping roots and rocks. Oh boy. I was here Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday. Got at least a good full day, at least maybe 2 more days. Be doing it myself. Whoo, it's getting exhausting. I ain't even started the front, the backyard. Everything's just the food plot right now. Time to take a break. I gotta wash up and get something to eat. Hey folks, how you doing? I decided I'm not gonna do any more work today, this afternoon. It's just way too dusty. The sun just bakes the soil and it just makes it so dusty. You just step in it and you get covered in dirt. In the morning, there's a dew in the morning, so it kind of gets it a little damp. It's easy to move and rake without getting quite so dirty, but you still get dirty. But I'm just going to show you what I've got done and how much I still got left to do. All right. I've raked pretty much as far as right here, I think it is, this area. I still got a couple of roots there I got to grab. Another little pile there and a little pile over there. But all that up top is all done. Cut these roots here and grab these rocks. I did all around that first tree over there. I started on this left-hand side, but I got to get this back side of this tree. And over there, a few roots. And then over here, this tree's got to be done. You can see there's a lot of roots and rocks over here and over here. It's a big mess. Hopefully I'll get it done. I thought I'd get this done in just a couple of days, but it's taking a lot longer time than I thought. So much debris, and then you're raking, you get snagged on 1,000 roots that you got to pull out, and then you rake again and you find a giant rock that you pull out. There's a hole over there I filled in with a bunch of rocks, and I started a rock wall over there and a little rock wall over there. Just how many rocks I've got. It is a mess. When you're sitting on the ground, dragging yourself along with a rake, doing it takes a long time. And you get very dirty, and I have no running water or anything, so I'm just cleaning myself off with wipes. It is a pain, but I'm getting it slowly but surely. Up there can already be limed. I'm just waiting. I'm not sure how far into the plot my seed will go. If I get these piles out of here and then clean to this tree line out to there, I think I'll be good to lime all that and then keep on going. And this area here, down here, all along that back way toward the wall, that's mostly done. It's just pretty much from this tree this way. And over there, you can see a couple of logs and stuff over there that could be taken care of, but that stretch right there, and going all the way up there, that excavator did a really good job, leveled that right out, and there was hardly any debris in that part of it. So, plugging away at the rest, we'll get it. Slowly but surely, that's my update. Okay, I'm on the top part of the plot. You can see Sammy trotting through there, and it's just dust. On the top part of the plot, you can see I raked all along this edge now, down to those trees by those rocks, and I raked around this tree. I started raking around that tree there. And all this is not too bad. I'm just gonna have to call this up here good enough. I mean, you can always see more roots, you always see more rocks, but I'm never gonna get this done in the week that I'm here if I don't give in a little bit, I guess. Slowly but surely. I might take the wheelchair down in that lower half. It's level enough. You can see this is all whoop-de-doos and dips and hills, and all that was kind of a hard thing for the wheelchair, but down that lower section I might be able to speed up the process a little bit with a wheelchair. Maybe. We'll see. At least just rake some piles up. Get this thing going so I can put the lime out. I'm not going to put the fertilizer out yet. I'm going to put the fertilizer in when I'm seeding it. I don't want to seed it yet. We don't have any chance of rain this week. It's going to get really hot next week, and then the end of next week we might get rain. So that's a long ways away from putting seed down and letting it bake in the sun. So I'm going to hold off on that. Over here is where the trail camera is. I've had deer up here. Even last night there was a doe up here. They still go to that bare spot right there where that mineral lick was. They keep going to the mineral site in the ground. I gotta establish a good one out here in the woods for them somewhere. Once we're able to do that again, that's in right after deer season, and have them have something they can. Seems like they're just really lacking on minerals out here. Sammy's strolling back to the camp. That's how cloudy that is. Just imagine trying to rake and pick up brush piles. I was getting tired of getting dirty. Alright, that's the update for now. Head back there and grab something to eat. It's finally cooling down. Well, it's another dewy morning. Getting ready to head back out. Food plot again. Try and beat the heat. See how the soil is slightly damp. Still a little dusty, but I'm gonna get the wheelchair out again. Try and rake from that. It's more level ground. I'm gonna head out that way. Gotta get the wheelchair out of the truck. Be out there in a few minutes. Alright, as you can see, that's what most of my last days of this week. It was Monday, today's Thursday. And then working on this plot, doing this. Yesterday I was raking on the ground and I do a very thorough job raking on the ground because you see every little root and everything and rocks and stuff, but it takes so long to get back up, move around, dragging yourself on the cushion that I decided now that I'm in a more level area, it's not level, but it's pain in the rear end. My elbows give me problems this morning, and carpal tunnel in this wrist. And this arm is just junk, and plus this is the one with the bad shoulder, torn shoulder too. The left one's hanging in there, but I don't know. But this is what I'm doing. I don't want to film it all, waste all the video on that, but you get the idea anyway. Hey folks, how you doing? Had a bunch of piles and stuff out here, and I was snipping away, and I had a bunch of rock piles and a bunch of branches and logs, and let's see here else, roots, tons of roots. And I was about an hour and a half into it, and Paul House showed up again with a couple of vets. He's got bait and bear, and they come out and helped me for a bit again and took care of all the piles for me, and that helped so much, because that's, I would have to get out, stand up. I'd have to sit on the ground on a cushion, pick up everything by hand and throw it in, and get back out and get into it was a lot of work. So thank you again, Paul. Twice I've saved my butt already, but I think it's close enough. I mean, I could rake it, but why? I'll just tear up more roots and find more rocks, and it looks good. Let me show you what I got here. There's the star of the show, Sammy. There she is. I'll show you the plot. There's the plot thickens, or I should say, as it thinning out. And by this side by side here. So it looks pretty good over here. Over here is really good. This wasn't a lot of stuff in this ground over here. Looks good over there. I'm gonna make a little trail going up to that top of that hill too, and maybe plant a plot up there someday. I had a bunch of beech trees growing up there. I don't know if they cut them down or not. I have no idea. But here is the backside now. I should have took care of that log. I can probably winch that out with a winch, maybe. That little stump piece. There's the start of the show again. I am thinking maybe right behind this rock wall and stuff where these trees are, I may build a ground blind in there so I can overwatch this. It won't be this year, but that might be where I put it. That way you can see the whole plot. Looking good. Look at that, where I've been sitting. I got all kind of dirt where I was sitting down. Had to clean that up, I guess. Yep, those guys took the side by side and dumped a lot of brush over there and some rocks too, and then we dumped a lot more rocks over there in that pile over there where that hole was that I was filming yesterday. I raked around that tree and mostly around that tree. Didn't rake around this one, but that's something for another day. I'm getting tired and hot, and Paul just gave me information on where I can get some spring water, because I am getting really low on water, and I've been having to bring in 4 or 5 gallons of water every time I come from home. And that would be an amazing help if I can just get spring water right in town. I am happy that this thing is ready. I'm just gonna go unhook this trailer and stuff and take a lot of this debris out of the back here, and get some lime, and then I might go start liming the top. Depends on how it goes. I'm not gonna be able to do it like I did with my four-wheeler, where I used to be able to just lime sitting right in the four-wheeler and just drive around and have the bag on my lap. So I don't have to drive a certain distance, stop, get out, scoop it off to here and sprinkle it around, and drive a little bit further and stop and sprinkle some more around. I don't have a spreader. I have a cedar spreader, but it says right in the cedar spreader when you buy it, don't use it with lime, because it's all plastic gears and I'll probably strip them. So instead of stripping my spreader, I'll just do it by hand. Well, that's what I got for you for now. Well, I gotta take care of this tree. Came down, I don't know when, it was down when I got back here. She got damaged by one of those rocks and she didn't make it. So I gotta chop that up and throw it into the back of the wagon and get rid of it. Then I should be done working for the day, I think, besides putting lime out. That might be an evening job, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna tackle that project now. Well, I cleaned up that tree and I got sidetracked and I started cleaning up along that bank a little bit, getting all the roots and then rocks and stuff. And then I went up as far as just past the outhouse, cleaning all that up, get all the roots and stuff and the rocks that were in the way, and cleaned it up a little bit. Looks a lot better. Looks like Sammy and I are gonna take a break. It's noon time now, I believe, so time to stop and go in the house for a bit. And Sammy patiently waiting. We've been sitting out relaxing. Got some chicken going. Of course, the flame is shooting up as soon as I get the video going. Slow that down a little bit. Cool. Anybody got any suggestions on how to keep that from doing that? You get the cook, but can't be that far away from the heat. Anyway, we're relaxing. I'm back at cooking. I think that food plot is all ready. Had Paul House and a couple of old veterans show up and help me out. The grill is just smoking. That looks good. Yeah, they come out and help me out, get that plot all ready. I had a bunch of piles raked up and rock piles, placed that I was gonna have to take with my UTV and pick them all up, and they come in and help me do that while I was snipping away at the roots sticking out of the ground. So it ain't perfect. I mean, one of those things you can go out there and find anything, find plenty more to pick up, but I've already got like 4 days into it, so I'm just gonna spread the lime tomorrow. Doesn't look like any rain, possibly next Thursday, maybe. Now even that's dwindling away, so it's gonna stink because we're halfway into August and still haven't planted yet, so that's not good. But you gotta have the rain. Can't not plant without rain, and it's so dry now. Man, you could sneeze and you'd be a cloud of dust for 10 minutes. It's just horrible. It's so dusty. I mean, I was going down this dirt road here and going just 15 miles an hour and you can't see behind you at all. So here's what it is. Hoping this chicken hurries up. I'm getting hungry. Well, I'll give you some more footage tomorrow when I'm starting to do the lime, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I had to figure it out on myself. How a different way this time, because I don't have the four-wheeler this time. I have the UTV, and it's going to be a different way. So do that in the morning. Morning, everybody. I'm up here bright and at 'em today. I want to get that lime put on the food plot before it gets too hot outside. And while there's still a little bit of dew on the ground, so maybe it'll help keep it in the ground or on the ground. So I'm gonna get to the pile with the UTV and throw a bunch of bags of lime on it, and I got a 5-gallon bucket. I'm gonna dump the bags of lime into the 5-gallon pail so I can distribute it a little bit easier than trying to take it out of a bag. That was always a messy situation because you pulling it out of the bag, it'd flop all over your hands and flop half onto the four-wheeler and half out into the dirt. So try something different today. So you see I'm pretty dirty already. I just sprayed myself with this Benz 100. What I had left of it instead of just spurting at me. Always a mess. So we'll head out there and get some work done. Well, here I'm at the very back end of the food plot. I think I got my licking branches right there. So I'm going to start throwing lime in all through this area here. And then I'll move on to in front of me, which is the rest of the story, as they say. Let me show you. Okay, here's the rocks. And there's the old food plot. It's doing all right. Then go over there and continue going down. Got 15 bags of lime. I'll see how far I can get it to go. But we'll see how she goes. Sammy's out there on alert for me. She's my great protector. She's always a good girl, Sammy girl. Today, Sammy. A little bit ahead, then spread. A little bit ahead, then spread. That's all we're doing, Sammy girl. A little bit ahead and then spread. A little bit ahead and then spread. Got in my pocket. I want to leave another. Just what I'm going to be doing today. I got, well, maybe halfway through that one bag. I got 14 more to go. I'm just trying to make sure I have a good coat. I'm making sure that pretty much everywhere, at least what I'll have will be amended good. I'm going to go up through there and then come back through here probably. We'll see how it goes. Well, that's what I'm doing today. All right, that was one bag. Let me show you the area I did for one bag. Okay, I got over through here, all the way down to the about where that rock is in center screen. Right about this edge right here. So I'm gonna finish going up this way. Just a little bit. Actually, I'll start turning over here to there. Power park the UTV right here. And try and start spreading it this way, and I'll try and drive back down about a 10-foot wide swath from where I was. I'll just get the top done first, and then I'll start with the lower portion once I know I got enough to get a good coverage up here, because the brassica will be up here. Brassicas, I think, need a little bit more fertilizer and lime and stuff than the rest, so we'll see how she goes. Well, here I am again, if you can't tell, on the ground. I had to miss this spot, but I got most all the roots done now in the rocks. There's a lot of rocks and roots in this little spot. So I can drag myself back over there finally and commence the finishing, or working on, I should say, liming the rest of this food plot. Had some fellows stop by and walk in. I guess my neighbor down the road has a hunting blinds for sale that he makes out of cedar, and I didn't know anything about it, and they want to know if I had them. Say, no, it must be right down the road. So They went off down the road. Yes, Sammy's with me as usual, getting this good. Just got these couple little roots right here to snip, and then I can drag myself back over to the UTV and commence to throwing the lime. Well, you see my arms are all friggin' filthy. So I did all that raking over there, not raking, but dragged myself on the ground. I got more roots and rocks and stuff out, so it was all in that dusty dirt. It's just so dry, it's just dust. So I got that done, but I come all the way around this tree section now, over here, and I'm back to where I started, but I started on the far end. Now I'm gonna go up the center and throw it to this side. I'll show you, if you can, maybe you should be able to see the lime in the ground. Okay, if you look closely, you can see the little pelletized lime all over the place. Getting up, I just got it as far as about where Sam was there, so I gotta go up a little bit further and put some more. I originally came from the back this way, went all around and followed that edge and threw it into the plot as far as I could. So now I'm gonna drive down the middle of the plot and cover both edges again. I'm in my 4th bag right now out of 5, so it's about what I thought it would take. I'm giving it a pretty good dose of it too. And I started tossing it right at the edge down there too, so I still got 10 more bags to spread for the rest of it, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. That's a lot of area. We'll get as much as I can. That's how it is so far. Well, washed up a little bit. My arms are a little bit cleaner. Anyway, this one to that one. Take a break for a little bit, make some lunch, and wait for it to cool down. It's supposed to get up to like 85 today, and it's probably at least 80 now. So I got 5 bags of lime spread, and covered about 1/3 of it. So got 15 bags, so it should take care of it, hopefully. We'll see how she goes. But we'll get it. Sammy's smelling something over there. We'll see. Get you some more footage later on. I'll show you, well, me getting out there once it gets cooled down. Hey folks, it's been way too warm, way too long, so I brought Sam out to Dwindle Pond here so she can jump in the water. I might even drag myself to the water and trying to wash my face and stuff. I've been using wipes, but I still think I got a lot of stuff in my beard that won't come out. But yeah, let me show you what I got here. There's Sammy. Here it is. Usually the water line's way up to these rocks. We've been awful low on water. No rain in a couple, what, about 2 weeks now probably. Pretty close. But we are hurting for water right now. This would be a good canoe trip if you go out there. It comes out and goes way down out through the woods there. I always say I'd like to do it with my kayak someday, but I've been so busy with trying to get this food plot and everything all straightened out that probably won't be this year. Sammy likes getting in the water. I'm glad she's in the water. Good girl. See some sunfish over there a minute ago. Alright, it's our cooling off time. Well, I got off the chair and sat at the edge of the water and washed my face a little bit and my arms and stuff, so I don't know. I still think my beard looks dirty. It's wet anyway. Yeah. Sammy's right over here, mowing on some grass. Let me get you some footage. I see some sunfish right in front of me. Yeah, of course they're right where it starts to get dark, so you can't see them very well now. There's a big one right there coming towards me. I don't know if you can see through the glare of the water or not. There's one. A couple of them right there. Cool, another one right there. Nice little spot. It'd be great for me if this was a little bit of flat cement so I could wheel into this water. I don't dare go any more than that because it's soft sand. I'd get the wheelchair stuck. and I'd have to fall out of it to pull myself in the chair out of the water. I don't need to do that. Ain't that ambitious to get wet. Sammy's thinking she's a cow dog now. You alright, Sammy girl? Turn the chair around and show you the backside behind me. Okay, here's the backside here. Kind of a little fall sort of thing, goes into a big giant culvert over the dirt road. It looks all the cement. Must have been a dam here or something at one time, I'd assume. I don't know. Who knows? Nice little spot though. It's a snowmobile ATV club and stuff here too. I'll show you that when I start wheeling back to the truck. Sam and I just relaxing at the water. Making me realize that my days will be able to do as much as I've been doing are coming to a quick end here. Every noontime when I lay down for a while, my forearms feel like they're vibrating and they're painful. I take 4 ibuprofen and it helps a little bit, and then no matter where I put my shoulders, one shoulder or the other shoulders are aggravating, the wrists are aggravating. I don't understand the forearm thing, but it feels weird. Like both forearms feel like they're almost vibrating, and it's not extreme pain, but it's painful. I don't know what's going on with that. If that's part of the carpal tunnel or what's going on. It's not doing it so much when I'm working. When I'm working, I feel my right wrist, my carpal tunnel gives in. But I don't feel that wrist. But when I'm stopping, I don't know what's up with that. But it's a new thing, or maybe it's part of the old thing. I don't know. Just makes me realize I got to get this shit done soon because I'm not going to be able to do it much longer. Well, hopefully, that food plot squared away. I go back there and put a bunch more lime down. I still got 10 bags to put out. I got the UTV all loaded up for the next 5 and ready to bring out there. It was so hot. I had to bring Sam out here, let her get in the water for a while, and me try and get my face in at least. If I had something I could lay on, the sand's all wet right by the water, so you're just getting wet just sitting in it. So it is what it is. Get ready to head back to camp, I guess. Gotta wheel up this little hill. Those wrists and bad shoulders not gonna be a fun thing. I'll get it. This club here, it's in the town of Wynn. It's the 4 seasonal club for snowmobiling and ATV, UTVing. Has an outhouse there and a whole club building there and a screened-in building there. Pretty nice little spot. Me and Sammy come here quite often when it gets hot out just to enjoy the water. It's the easiest water for me to get close to. Well, it's still a little ways off the road, so I don't have to worry about Sam. There are places closer to my camp, bridges and stuff they can go to, but I just don't trust vehicles flying down the road. And Sammy, she's just curious. She's not used to living on a road or near a road or being near a road, so she wouldn't know what to do, and I don't want her to get hurt. So we come here, a little bit further away. But this is a nice little spot. Dirt road right there. My truck's there. Sammy's getting a little curious right behind the building. Here she comes. Hey folks, back at camp. I decided to do something a little bit inverted of what I normally do. Actually get the grill going now. And I cook supper a little early, that way I have the coolest part of the evening before it gets dark to spread some more of that lime. Normally what I'll do is I'll work. What do I usually do? Normally what I'll do is I'll come out and work as late as I can just before dark, then I'll come back and cook something before it gets too dark to cook. So I want to try and do that the opposite now. I'll have this food a little early. That way it also cooled down a little bit more. and it'll be cooler out there when I'm spreading that lime, hopefully. I got 10 more bags, got 5 loaded in the UTV right now, getting ready to bring out there. So I don't know if I'll get it done tonight or have to throw the next 5 on tomorrow morning. We'll see how it goes. Usually 5 bags will take a little while, a couple hours, an hour and a half, probably something like that. I sprinkle a little bit, drive ahead, sprinkle a little bit, drive ahead, then load another bag. It takes time. Because it's so hard now with this soil. When you're on the high part of the food plot, it's a nice darker soil so you could see this stuff. But in this soil, you can't even tell because it's the same exact color. So once you spread it, you can't tell if you got an area or not. So it just takes more time. I got a steak getting ready to throw on the grill. Just letting that charcoal light up a little bit longer, and then I'll throw that on there. And got some peas and carrots ready to cook inside. And see how that goes. I'm out spreading lime again. You can see getting there. Let me turn this thing around and show what I've been doing. Okay, you might be able to see my tracks right there. I get all this side, and I get almost the same width on that side over to there somewhere. Last spot was this rock right here. So I'm going to be starting from there over this way, getting in the front and all over through here and all the way through there. And then I'll go probably right between this rock and that big rock and start spreading it again that way, maybe a little bit further because I got quite a ways into that side. It's going good though. Here comes Sammy. She keeps checking up on me. She sits on the stairs though. She don't like the lime, I don't think. I'll continue working. Morning folks, how you doing? I am out here grabbing the last 5 bags of lime and spreading that out on the food plot. I got it in all bare covered. I covered the top part real good. But I wanted to stretch that first 5, make sure I got the whole area. Now I'm going to resaturate that area with these next 5 bags. I do have a couple of bags of fertilizer too. It's only 10, 10, 10. I want to put that out till I'm planting the seed, putting the seed out, because I don't want to be fertilizing, crap to grow out there. So we'll get these loaded up and start spreading more lime. Well, I did my first spread up there and I drove down to here, and I'll take hand from the bucket and keep throwing it around into this. Still a lot of rocks and debris, but there's this tons more than there is now. And wood will biodegrade and form into the food, soil anyway. So and the rocks, I pick out the big ones up as I go and keep on chugging. I might move that tree, the cell cam that's over there, and I might put it on this tree over here. Give me a wider field of view of that plot, because that plot, this area will be the brassica. And then below will be clover and winter rye and wheat and triticale, stuff like that. Try and get this plot with something easier, the lower plot. This is something that'll grow and get something established anyway. Hey folks, I'm about halfway through probably. I don't know if you can hear that. It's my brother's here with the tractor. He's using a box blade trying to level out the shooting range area. And he's gonna go down the road a little bit and try and work on a spot that he possibly wants to put a camp out there. We'll see what happens. But I still got a couple more bags to throw through here, so I gotta get to it. This is taking quite a while and the sun's getting warm already. So we'll see how she goes. Hey folks, sorry to get back to you when I cleaning up camp and getting ready to leave. I had a lot to do and it's so hot out that I wasn't able to get any video. Let me getting all that. Finally got home and took a shower and stuff. Feel a lot better, cleaner. Can't stand being in the heat, so hopefully I gotta go back out there. I'm gonna have to go back out there if it's gonna rain. It's chancellor right now, Wednesday and Thursday, so I'd have to go back out on Tuesday to reseed, to seed. That place is not seeded yet. So we'll see what happens. My seeder, I'm having an issue with it right now. The wheels come off of it last year when I was seeding. So I put another cotter pin in the wheel, and I thought there was a bolt missing out of the axle, so I put a bolt in there. And now one of the wheels is locked up and won't turn. So I don't know what I did Maybe it doesn't need a bolt in it. I mean, I would assume it has to be a bolt there, but I don't know. Who knows what happens? I have to go look at that before it'd be a lot easier seeding with that thing than it is with that handheld thing. So we'll see what happens. Hey, good morning, folks. Got a slim chance of some rain tomorrow, so I have to head up to camp and throw that seed down on the ground. We've been roasting in 90-degree weather, and there hasn't been any rain at all, but there's a chance. Well, they said it's 65% chance tomorrow around noontime, and then there might be another chance on Sunday. So gotta get that seed in the ground when we get a little bit of water coming, because it's been so dry and so sunny and hot that you don't want to throw it down and get it baked in the sun. But I'm trying to get up there real quick and throw that seed down. I've been having a problem with my seeder. Last year I used it, and one of the wheels fell off of it, and when I put the wheel back on, I noticed there was a hole between the axle with no nut in it, and I put a bolt in there, and I'm not sure if I was supposed to put a bolt there or not, because when I was putting it up for the season there, one of the wheels was locked up in it. So I'm gonna have to try and look at that real quick, and if I can't solve that problem real quick, I'm gonna have to use just the hand spreader, the electric hand spreader, and do it with crutches. And I'm trying to beat the heat. It's already 72 degrees at 7:35 this morning. Said it's supposed to be about 80 at, I think it was 8 o'clock. So it's just hot. It's ignorant, friggin' hot. So I'm trying to beat the heat to get up there and get this done, and I'll get me some more footage when I get up there. I got Sammy with me. Well, we just made it to camp. Sammy just ran in and got some water. I filled up her water bowl. I got my spreader underneath the camper over in this corner. I gotta go look at it and see if I'm gonna be able to fix it right off or not. If not, I'm gonna have to just go in there and get the handheld electric seeder spreader and use that. But we'll see. I also got that 2 bags of fertilizer right there I gotta throw into it too. So hopefully that spreader works. We'll see how it goes. Finally, I got my winter rye, oats, and wheat right here. Here's my fertilizer. This is the clover from Maine, and this is the brassica that'll be planted on the top. Got my seeder all hooked up. It is working. I think it just needs to be greased. It has some grease fittings that probably need to have some grease. I never greased it. So yeah, I'll bring this out to the food plot and get rocking. It's already probably 80 degrees out. It's roasting already. All right, folks, I got the seed down. I feel like there's not a lot of seed out there for how much land there was. I got the brassica on the top. That was sparse, but that's supposed to be more sparse. I think I planted it too close together before, so hopefully that'll work out. The clover, I went down to the shady far side and where it's nice and flat, and I put mostly all clover in there. It's so hard to see the seed. You have no idea how good it did or not. I had that setting on the spreader as low as it could go, and who knows, we'll see what happened. And then the winter rye and oats and stuff I had on a set 3, I think, on that Chaplain, and ran that. Then I ran it back into the clover area some too. So it's just way too hot. It's already 86 degrees out now. I got to throw these 2 things of fertilizer out there. I don't think I can use it with that spreader because it has this plastic gears, and it said not to use lime and fertilizer, I think. So it's gonna spread. It's just 2 bags. So I gotta go out there and do that and then get the heck out of here. It's gonna be like 91, 92 degrees today. It's ignorant weather, but it's supposed to be cooler after the rain tomorrow. So fingers crossed on that. I'll give you some footage of the plot one after I get it all finished. Okay, here's the 10-10-10 fertilizer. I don't know why I couldn't spread that with a spreader, but maybe I just want to take a chance. And it is definitely harder than seed, so don't want to ruin my gears. But I'm gonna start this back part of the brassica plot and head that away and just spread it around. Only got 2 bags, so I'll make it last as much as I can here. See how she goes. Sammy's patiently waiting for Dad. Told her 2 more bags will be done. All right, I'm down at that back flat corner of the plot where the big pile is there, if you can see. I'm gonna start fertilizing, going up the hill. This will be the clover area, and over here to this side is more of the winter rye, oats, and wheat and stuff. So I'm gonna fertilize this. I don't have a whole lot of fertilizer left. And I will buy some more in September and put some more out here. But just gonna stretch this as far as I can get it, and then I'll be done. It is very hot out. There's Sammy. Yeah, I remember this back corner. Top part of the food plot up there. I've got that all fertilized, limed, and planted. All the rest of this is limed and planted. And I'm just putting what I get left in this fertilizer. That 5-gallon bucket. Start from this edge here and start going as far as I can until I run out. And then I'll start from that edge over here when I get more and come this way. Be in September for that. It is hot, holy moly. It's getting there. Fun, fun. I hate working in the heat. All right, finally got that fertilizer all in, the seeds all in. I didn't get the whole plot fertilized. Got 3/4 of it. Got 1 more quarter, the back quarter to get. I'll buy some more fertilizer and try and give another whole thing a wallop of that again. I brought another trail camera so I can get this end of the food plot and the far end of the food plot, and I'll try and get those swapped out here in a little bit. Just got a bunch of water in me and stuff, so I haven't had anything to eat or drink besides right now all day. So not being smart, I thought I'd stop along the way, and I decided I didn't have a lot of money, so I just wanted to buy something on the way home for food and water, and that was a dumb idea. I needed some food and water right now. All I got's water, no food. I'll get the food on the way out of here. Hope I can just get those trail cameras swapped out and be ready to roll on home. Just gotta cool down for a few minutes here. Get back out there. Holy moly. It's 91 out now. Sammy's roasting to death and I'm roasting to death. Sorry I couldn't get a whole lot of video today. It's just too hot trying to get it done. Get it done, you know. Oh, Greg. So I got the seed all in and all the fertilizers I had on the ground. So the top food plot is pretty well good, and that is the brassica. The left, if you're on the top facing down, the left-hand side, I did mostly clover, and then I did the other half of that bottom part with the oats and triticale and winter rye and stuff like that in there. And I did merge into the clover part too. And I got all of the top fertilized okay. It's only 10-10-10, and then I got the whole lower area okay. Started from the left again, you know, where the clover was, and moved to the right. And I got the last quarter of the whole plot needed some more fertilizer, so I intend to get more bags and hope I can get some 1919 or something like that for the lower portion. The top portion, because it's brassica, it'll need a nitrogen fix later on, so like a 20-00 or 30-0, 40-0, I don't know what to come in with the high nitrogen, but you gotta put that in right before a rain, because it'll evaporate into the air. If you don't, you're just wasting your money putting it down. So that's what we're doing. Sam and I got to get going. We got to grab some grub in Lincoln and get on home. Appreciate you all watching. Thank you. A whole pile of turkeys in front of us on the road. Watch they come over there and eat every damn thing I have in my food plot. Full of seed. Hopefully they don't go to it. Keep pushing them this way. All the young ones. in there too. Holy, 3, 4 in there. Right to my left. Yes, sir. You guys stay the hell out of my food plot. I'll have you for Thanksgiving. Well, that's something. I'm seeing something heading out of here.